Welcome to Thursday Night Tire Talk, everybody. It's me, Quiet Darkness, back here with Divine Dark War, otherwise known as Z. And tonight, yes, tonight, we are going to get down. No, we're going to talk about House of Wolves, and we're going to talk about speculation as far as when I think it's going to be released. Now, Bungie officially released something a couple of weeks ago in one of their update messages, or whatever you want to call it, and it basically said quarter 2. So, Z, when you hear quarter 2, what does that make you think? I mean, I know what quarter 2 means as far as the months, but what do you think is feasible here?
Well, that's either April or June. That's giving them a good leeway, because it can take them up till July if they really want to push it.
Right. I got it. No, I don't. Wow. Yeah, I mean, so obviously we know that second quarter is anywhere between April, May, and June. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but when the retail season pass was released, the date on House of Wolves was March, was it not? Okay.
I believe that's what they data mined off the disc.
Yeah, I believe that's, yeah. Well, I mean, then you have Mega Man EX, who data mined something else off the disc that said it was going to be May 19th. And so naturally within, that update where Bungie said, hey, we're not really sure, quarter 2 is what we're aiming for, though. I kind of get the feeling that they kind of basically just kind of put May 19th to bed and said, I don't really think this is happening. We don't think it's happening that day. So
probably this is what we'd like it to happen, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Right. So what do you think is the biggest thing that they're working on with House of Wolves at the moment?
I think they're trying to fix a lot of the things that went wrong with Dark Loki. A lot of the fuck-ups that they had.
Oh, damn it. That was my bad. Oh, you got it. Cool.
Nope.
Oh, man. Light switch. Okay, so we have our first failure on Thursday Night Tire Talk. Yay, we're going to have to watch a little bit of a loading screen here. Anyways, I guess that just means we get more time to chat about it here a little bit. Yeah, I mean, because there was, I forget who it was, but there was an unofficial post, or I don't want to say unofficial post, but it was a post from a Bungie member on a different forum where they basically said, hey, we realized we made some mistakes with Dark Below content, aka we realized we kicked everybody in the nuts when we released the Dark Below content and everybody could buy armor that was higher than Vault of Glass armor. And we also realized that, we diluted the economy system a little bit as well, which still needs some work, and hopefully it will be worked on. But they said, hey, we learned from our mistakes and we're working on them. So the question is how long do we think it's going to take them to really work on them? And I have my own speculation. As a person who played both the alpha and the beta, I can say that there were things in the alpha that people found that still exist in the game today. For example, in the Rocket Yards, you got the House of Kings, which is that area that you can glitch into and find the Super Fallen guy.
A new Hive army is
yeah, the Super Ultra Captain. That was correct. I'm almost positive on this. I'm gonna go 97% positive on this, but I'm positive that guy was in the alpha. Okay, now granted, the alpha that we played, or that I played, is probably not what most companies would consider to be an alpha, first and foremost. So there's that aspect of it, but But even then, you know, when they came out with the beta, I guess there really wasn't much that we could have known that changed, because we were only allowed to progress to level 8, which really didn't allow us to really use anything in particular. I mean, you could use green weapons and things of that nature, but you know, you weren't high enough level to use, you know, blue weapons or anything like that. So don't really know if they, you know, they said they tweaked some things on some weapons and some other things like that, but we'll never know, you know, and that's just kind of the nature of the business. But man, really? He got both of us? Are you kidding me?
He got both of us in one fucking swipe.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so I guess we're gonna watch the loading screen again. I apologize. But if I can, I'm gonna get back to it just a little bit. So, okay, so there were things that didn't change from the alpha to the beta to the game, or things that I guess I perceived that didn't really change. Didn't change at all. So the question then for me becomes, okay, they put all this placeholder stuff on the disc, and, you know, obviously it was data mined via Mega Man X, who also correctly predicted, what, about 3 or 4 Nightfalls and what Xur was carrying. They actually went in and changed Xur's code. So my gut is telling me that
Omnigul is the
if
last
they're
of
serious
Crota's generals.
about
She
taking
is
player
the architect
feedback,
of her master's wakening.
and I believe they are,
As long as she
based
lives,
on
the
some of the
threat of
changes
Crota's
that
return
today's
will haunt
update
this
talked
world.
about, or well, they didn't update it today,
Track her
but
down
they talked
and
about some of the
exterminate
updates that are
every
coming in
hive that stands in your way.
1.1.2, which are visual and audio. One of the biggest gripes about the game is that the in-game music, you don't have any control over it. You can't turn it down, you can't shut it off. You can do anything with it, and it's really quite annoying, and actually it overshadows a lot of other things in the game, like if you're talking to somebody in-game or, you know, that sort of thing. So they talked about that in today's update. They're changing stuff. They are, quote-unquote, listening to us.
Find her.
So if they had it on the disc that they were going to release it May 19th or whatever the date was, I believe that date has effectively been pushed back, meaning that I believe it's going to be released as late in the second quarter as possible. Now, if you were going to push me on a date, I would probably say end of May, beginning of June. I know people don't want to hear that because we want content, especially if you're a PvE player like Z and myself are. Like, we're mainly PvE players. I do play a little bit of PvP, but not very often. You know, I'm really just waiting for that House of Wolves. It seems like a long time, and hopefully it sounds like they're going to be bringing some of these other updates, you know, that kind of update some of these minor things like 1.1.2. It sounds like that stuff's going to be coming before House of Wolves, so that's good. That'll be giving us some stuff. But at the end of the day, it would be nice if it came sooner, but I guess, you know what, you can't rush good things, and when you do rush good things, you get, I'm stuck in this freaking corner. I always get stuck in that corner right there. Kind of get, yeah, well, everybody knows what you get. So anyways, so Z, this is the money-making question. This is the question that when I dreamed of doing this episode, I dreamed of asking, and that is, when do you think House of Wolves is going to be released?
See, I have to disagree with you. I think they're going to push it out close to the original date, but it might be pushed back 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
But 2 or 3 weeks from the original date is actually a lot later than what I just predicted.
I'm saying first or second week of June.
Okay, you're going to say first or second week of June? Okay, so you're actually predicting a later release date than what I predicted.
The reason why I say first or second week of June is because that corresponds with a lot of schools getting out. So a lot of the kids are going to be playing games.
Okay.
So a better way to draw them back into the game than say, oh, here's a whole bunch of new content.
All right. Well, I mean, that sounds like an interesting theory. And
the hive hunger for your
granted,
light.
remember, all I'm offering here is speculation. I do not have an in with anybody at Bungie. These are all just thoughts and, you know, things that I've read, personal feelings that I have about, you know, where things are going with the game. Granted, I'm still playing it, so people know that I'm still legit about the game. I'm actually, you know, preparing a lot of stuff for House of Wolves. So, you know, I'm going to be ready to digest a lot of that new content when it comes out. And I got to call the end of the episode here. We have officially breached our 10 minutes. We've been doing this for more than 10 minutes, actually. So if you would like to participate in Thursday Night Tire Talks, all you got to do is be present. Just follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know before I go live. And check me out on YouTube, as this will be the place where I'll be posting it Friday morning. And before we die again and you have to see another loading screen, I'm going to say this is Quiet Darkness, saying all you party people, stay safe. And I'll see you next week again on Thursday for next week's episode of Thursday Night Tire Talk. Peace.